How's it going, everyone, and welcome to AppSlice. In today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to clean install macOS 10 Lion from a USB flash drive. Now, if you know anything about macOS 10 Lion, you'll know that the only way that you can get it, according to Apple, is from the Mac App Store, and the only way that you can install it is by double-clicking on this icon and installing it on your computer. But the only caveats of this is you cannot do it on macOS 10 Leopard unless you have somebody else download the application for you and then transfer it to your computer. Or you cannot install this on a hard drive cleanly. You can't wipe the hard drive and then install it because Apple doesn't supply any disks or flash drives anymore with the install files on it. You can only do it this way, according to Apple. Now, there's actually a way around it, which I'm about to show you now. So there's a few things that you're going to need to do. First of all, make sure your computer is backed up. This is extremely important because, obviously, if not, you will lose all your files this way. You need to make sure you have a backup. As you can see, I have a Time Machine backup from about a half an hour ago, and I have actually a RAID which will back up on one hard drive and then back up on another hard drive, so I have two backups, and that's great. You should always make sure you have all your files backed up before you do any sort of thing like this. Next, what you want to do is, actually, let me get out of this because it's unnecessary. Next, what you want to do is make sure you have the file. So, obviously, right here is the Install macOS 10 Lion app, and you also want to have a flash drive bigger than 4 gigabytes. And now, when I say bigger than 4 gigabytes, I mean it. 4 gigabyte flash drives are usually only about 3.67. That's what mine is. And when I tried to do it with the OS 10 Lion install files, which are 3.71 gigs, it didn't work. For this purpose, I'm using an 8 gigabyte flash drive, but you can use anything that's bigger than 4. So after you have that flash drive installed in your computer, basically plugged into your computer, and you have this file, what you want to do is you want to right click on this file and open package contents. Okay, after that it'll open up a Finder window, and you want to go into contents, shared support, and you want to find this file, install esd.dmg. Now this is the disk file that you will be restoring to your disk. So next you want to open up Disk Utility to do just that. So as you can see on here, we have our USB flash drive. We also have my backup, which you do not want to do this with, and you also have your computer's hard drive. Now what you want to do is locate this, and you want to erase it. Now you want to make sure, obviously, that you don't have anything important on your flash drive, because obviously this will erase it. So what you want to do is erase and go to Format and change it to macOS 10 Extended Journals. Journaled, and you can change the name if you want to, but you can just leave it as untitled if you want. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to do Mac OS 10 install, and you want to erase. Alright, so that's done, and now you can see we have this drive, this Mac OS 10 install, and it's completely blank. So next thing you want to do is you want to drag this install esd.dmg file that we found before into here. What this is basically going to do is just give you a quick little shortcut to pull this file from whenever you're restoring onto the flash drive. So next, what you want to do is go to Restore. Now the source is going to be this. Now this is what you're going to be installing from, or restoring from, and for the destination is where you're going to want to restore to. So you want to drag the macOS 10 install right there. So next, you want to click Restore. Make sure you're doing it right. Put in your password, and off it goes. Now this is going to take quite a while, so we're going to pause this video and come back whenever it's done. Alright, so we're coming down to the final stretch now. As you can see, there's about a minute left, and it actually didn't take as long as I thought it was going to be. In the beginning it said about 50 minutes, but then from there it jumped down to like 40 and then to 30, so it didn't really take that long. I don't know exactly how long it took, but I'll be able to figure it out afterwards, and I'll probably put it down here when I figure out how much time has passed since I began it from the clock. So there we go. It just finished up, and as you can see right here, we've got this Mac OS 10 install ESD drive. So as you can see right here, it has that Mac OS 10 install Mac OS 10 Lion app built right in. As you can see, it has the same contents as the one down in the desktop has. So all we have to do now is boot this straight from the computer. So let's get started with that. Actually, what you want to do first is back up this install macOS 10 Lion file right here, just in case it doesn't work and you need to get back to it. So let's just do that, and I'll switch to the camera now. Alright, so what you're going to do now is shut down your computer. So just go up here and shut it down. Alright, so now that it's completely shut down, you can kind of see me like in the mirror there, and you can see my messy room. We're going to end up turning it back on, and right after it does the little bong, you want to click the option and hold the option button on your keyboard. Okay, so now it'll pull up all of your drives. So we've got the Recovery to HD, we've got, and I believe that's coming from my backup drive from Time Machine, and we've also got this drive, the macOS 10 install disk. So what we want to do is click enter, and it'll start booting up into that. Okay, so now as you can see, macOS 10 utilities. So this is the main screen for when you want to install it using this disk. So what you want to do is click on disk utility. Now this is if you don't have your drive already formatted and everything. So what we're going to do is continue. And from here, you want to completely wipe this. So you want to erase. You want to do macOS 10 Journal. Name it. For this, I'm going to do iMac HD. And erase. Okay, so now we have a blank disk. This is iMac HD and it has nothing on it. So now what we want to do from here is reinstall macOS 10. So you want to set up and install a new copy of Lion. Alright, and now continue. You want to agree. Agree again. And then you want to pick the disk where you want to install it. Obviously, you want to install it on iMac HD, which of course right now has nothing on it, and install. Now from here it's going to take a little bit of time because obviously it takes a little while to install an operating system, but I'm going to pause here and come back whenever it is finished. Alright, so we're coming down to the final stretch now. It's counting down from 10, as you can probably see right there. And there we go. 0 seconds remaining, and it's almost installed. Just got a little pinwheel there. And we're gonna restart now. Oh cool, I got a text message. So now it's installing macOS on the drive, and I'm a little bit confused because I thought that's what it just did, but I guess not. So we're going to stop this now and then come back. Alright, so with the install, we're actually coming down on the final stretch now. I know I say that term a lot, but this actually took a lot quicker than before. This took like less than 10 minutes. I actually believe that this is obviously this is the install. I think before it was downloading any new updates that it needed to and installing those. I'm not entirely sure though, so I guess I'll flash an annotation up whenever I look back at the video footage and find out. Anyway, so let's just wait for this to get done. And here we go. So it's going to restart my computer in 4 seconds, and we'll just wait for that to happen, and yeah. Okay, so for some reason it's bringing me back to this screen, but we'll just restart from here. Okay, now I'm not entirely sure if it's going to automatically boot from the iMac disk or the disk or the flash drive, so I'm just going to press Option just to make sure. And there we go. Alright, here we go for the first time setup. So, we'll choose my country, United States, obviously. Choose keyboard layout, US. And transfer information to this Mac. So, I have my Time Machine backup, obviously, so I'm going to do from a Time Machine backup. But I'm actually going to do that later. It says that I can transfer information using Migration Assistant later, so I'm going to do that. Now it's asking me to enter my Apple ID, so I'll get started on doing that. Okay, so now we're going to create the computer account. This is all kind of standard stuff, but alright, and continue. And select a picture for this account. I'm actually not going to do this right now. Okay, I guess I am. It's a picture of me with the camera. That's kind of funny. Okay, so we'll continue. And we'll pick the time zone. I know this is probably kind of boring, so I'm sorry for this in advance. Can I just move? Oh, set time zone automatically. There we go. There we go. Continue. And finishing up. So now it's just saying in macOS 10 Lion you can easily interact with content, and showing me how to scroll, and then start using macOS 10 Lion. Now sadly there's no welcome video for Lion. I'm not entirely sure why, but I guess they kind of just did away with that because they didn't feel like making a new one. It's kind of weird that they didn't use the Snow Leopard one though. So I'm going to just put in my password and log in the machine. Okay. So now we have all of our kind of default stuff. We've got everything's back to default. Alright, so now I've gone ahead and restored from the Time Machine backup, and as you can see everything's back to normal on my computer. So yeah, that's about it. That's how to install macOS 10 Lion, to clean install macOS 10 Lion on your computer using a USB flash drive. I hope I helped, and until next time, this has been AppSlice.